Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about glycolysis, which is basically the opening act of cellular respiration. Think of it as the appetizer before the main course, except this appetizer happens in your cytoplasm and produces ATP. All right, so glycolysis. Glycolysis is the process where one 6-carbon glucose molecule gets split into two 3-carbon pyruvic acid molecules. The name literally means sugar splitting. Scientists aren't always creative with the names, but at least they're honest. All right, and here's something else important. Glycolysis is anaerobic. That means it doesn't need oxygen. It's the ancient pathway that evolved way before oxygen was cool, or before oxygen even existed in Earth's atmosphere, actually. Okay, the steps of glycolysis. Okay, let's walk through what happens. And yes, I'm going to make chemistry sound exciting. Probably. You start with glucose. Beautiful 6-carbon glucose. Step 2, the cell invests 2 ATP to split glucose into PGAL molecules. That's 2 PGAL molecules. Yes, you have to spend money to make money. Your cells understand capitalism. All right, step 3. Those 2 PGAL molecules get oxidized to make 2 pyruvic acid molecules. Pyruvic acid is a 3-carbon compound. We split the 6-carbon glucose right down the middle. Okay, step 4. During oxidation, 2 NAD+ molecules grab electrons and become 2 NADH. Think of NADH as an electron taxi. They're carrying high-energy passengers to their next destination. Step 5. This whole process produces 4 ATP. Now, let's do the math. And I promise this is the only math we're going to do today. We started with 2 ATP, the investment, ended with 4 ATP, the payoff. Net gain, 2 ATP. So glycolysis gives you a profit of 2 ATP per glucose. Not bad, but not great. It's like finding a $20 bill in your old jeans. Nice, but you're not going to retire on that. It's just not going to happen. Okay, NADH production. Let's talk about those NADH molecules we made. They're holding on to high-energy electrons from the glucose breakdown, NAD+. It's like NAD+ from photosynthesis, just a different version for respiration. These NADH molecules are crucial. They're going to carry those electrons to the electron transport chain later, where the real ATP magic happens. They're like the UPS drivers of the cell, delivering important packages. All right, the good news. Glycolysis is fast. We're talking thousands of ATP produced in milliseconds. It's the Formula One racing of energy production. It doesn't need oxygen, so even when you're gasping for air during a workout, glycolysis keeps chugging along. The bad news, if cells relied only on glycolysis, they'd quickly run out of NAD+. Without NAD+ to accept electrons, glycolysis would stop, and ATP production would stop. That's bad news. That's cell death bad. The solution? Those NADH molecules need to drop off their electron cargo somewhere else and come back as NAD+. Where do they go? Well, that depends on whether oxygen is available. So here's the wrap up. So remember, glycolysis happens in the cytoplasm, produces a net gain of 2 ATP, makes 2 NADH, and ends with 2 pyruvic acid molecules. What happens to that pyruvic acid? That depends on oxygen availability, and that's what we'll cover next time. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and remember, your cells are glycolyzing right now. That's not a word.